really important for all of us, whatever stage of life we're at, is to recognise the talents God's given us. And it became clear to me at a fairly young age that I had a bit of a skill in turning a few quid and being more commercially aware than my classmates. This came as quite a shock to me when I was 8, and long before I knew the facts of life and the birds and the bees. I put 2 hamsters in a cage together, turned the lights down low, and put some Andy Williams on, and unbelievably, just 16 days later, there were 10 little hamsters running around the cage. And whilst I was no animal lover, I knew I could turn these little rodents into hard cash in the school playground. So I had a fairly successful hamster retail operation at the age of 8 in my school in Birkenhead. So that's really when I got a real taste for business, understood that. But I really sensed God saying to me there's an opportunity to work for myself. So when Anita and I married in 1991, we put £100 jointly, £50 each into a bank account, and borrowed £10,000 off this nutty Barclays bank manager. Was very brave and lent us this money. So we started with very modestly with a petrol station, and we understood petrol quite easily because I was quite numerate and I understood numbers. And so every 9 months we took another petrol station on. So we had 4 after 3 years. But in my heart, I really wanted my own car dealership. It took 6 years to get there because you need some wool on your back before you can actually go straight to the bank. You're going to put something down alongside the mortgage they give you to open a business. But the game plan really has been all about having a very sharp focus on what the customer wants, whether it's a gallon of fuel, a Mars bar, a pint of milk, or a replacement car. And I think in an industry that isn't best known for customer service, and people aren't spending £10, they're spending £10,000 or a lot more, I thought if we can get into an industry and be different and better, and where an industry like double glazing, life assurance, they're all coming out now, aren't they, or second-hand cars, if the customer service level's there, and we could actually just come in about there, we'd be quite well thought of and we'd be moderately successful. So that was the game plan really as we started off. Well, the biggest issue for me was our first dealership was Mitsubishi, and we started with Mitsubishi in 1996, and amazingly, with a great team of colleagues around me, we were their dealership of the year very soon after. And it's never happened before, but we were then dealership of the year in the UK, had about 140 businesses, the consecutive year again. In 2004, 2003, a new dealership contract was issued across the whole industry, all makes of cars. And for the most part, it gave more power to the dealer from the manufacturer. But Mitsubishi took the line that they wanted to insist that everyone opened their business on a Sunday. Which was fine from 95% because they opened their businesses locally on a Sunday. A small number of us, 6 or 7, didn't open on a Sunday for commercial reasons, wrong location, or for faith reasons. That's my line. And when I heard that Mitsubishi changed the contract, I went to see the managing director of Mitsubishi UK, who's based in Cirencester in Gloucestershire, who in fact was an old graduate friend of mine at Ford Motor Company, and I took my 2 directors down. He had a couple of directors, it was a bit of a shootout at the OK Corral in the boardroom, and I said, Jim, I'm really unhappy about this line you're taking on Sunday trading. He said, oh, you'll sell more cars. And I said, be that as it may, but we're not open on a Sunday. He said, don't give me all that religious claptrap, Mark. He said, let's just get on with the job. We all want to make more money, don't we? I said, we want profitable businesses, but not at the expense of the important things in life. He said, you wouldn't give your Mitsubishi dealership over a silly thing like Sundays, would you? And I said to him, you wouldn't give your dealer of the year a termination contract over a silly thing like Sundays. And it became very clear there was an impasse, and you might say, well, I have to go away and think about it long and hard. But there was really no decision to make, because we weren't going to open on a Sunday. So I said to Jim, across that boardroom table, I said, Jim, at the end of the day, I'm more accountable to my ultimate manufacturer than my motor manufacturer. I said, when the final whistle blows, I said, that's more important than having a relationship with the car company. And he said, right, that's the end then. And so we trusted God that we'd done the right thing, which wasn't easy because I had 30 staff and in 9 months' time they were going to lose their jobs. But amazingly, a significant majority of staff said to me on a one-on-one basis, Mark, I don't know where this is going or the journey we're on, love the business, but support what you've done, even if that means us losing our jobs.